Hey y'all, I'm back again. I just sat and was scrolling my TikTok, minding my business. And I saw a TikTok that Maddie Russo finally got sentenced. Rhett wants to tell you something.
So Butters had a take on him, so I brought him to my mom's room. I got a pair of tweezers, I got a take out, and then he's all better, and none of the head came out.
Rhett did a really good job. He made our cat feel better. So if you don't remember Maddie Russo, one of her videos is pinned on my page, and the other ones, you're going to have to scroll back a minute, but they're from like January of last year. January of this year. It's not a new year yet. So anyway, Maddie Russo was accused and has now pleaded guilty to, I believe she's pleaded, I didn't look this far into it. This is bullshit. Maddie Russo is now guilty of this crime, so there's no more alleged, that sort of thing. So Maddie Russo scammed everybody. People she knew, people she didn't know, people on the internet, people on TikTok, people on Instagram, people everywhere, saying that she had 2 different types of terminal cancer. Obviously, the pictures that she was posting were doctored and fake and staged because she does not have cancer, nor has she ever had cancer. But she did raise over $30,000 in a GoFundMe. Now, you could look into that GoFundMe if you wanted to, but there's some sketchy things with an old dude from her town who's some kind of like investment insurance banker type guy that was, married and, screwing a 19-year-old. So, there's that. He also donated the majority of the money in her GoFundMe from anonymous sources. So there's also that. And he organized it. So, interesting. So anyway, Maddie is now guilty of this crime. I believe she pled guilty. There was nothing about a trial, so she must have pled guilty. Maddie claims that the reason that she did this is to bring her family back together. She said that she had a difficult relationship with her mother and siblings, and that by faking cancer and being super public about it on the internet and raising money, she could bring her family back together. I mean, what kind of bullshit is this? And I'm here to tell you, this girl had a shit-eating grin when she got her sentence, because this bitch is not going to see the inside of a jail at any point. Maddie Russo was sentenced to 10 years in prison. She had the opportunity for this to be a federal crime, but the judge spared that. So anyway, she got a 10-year suspended sentence. She only has to serve 3 years of probation and 100 hours of community service, and she does have to pay back the money to the actual donors. So I feel like the old dude came in there somewhere because, obviously he sent her a lot of money via that. And also, I'm not sure if she used that money because she still had a good chunk of it left, or if this guy was funding her new lifestyle with her new car and her new expensive condo while she was a college student, but I'm not sure. But it's questionable for sure. So anyway, Maddie is now sentenced. I will post a video if I can figure out how to do it, because I suck at TikTok some days. I will post a couple of clips that I found on YouTube and here on TikTok. Sorry, I keep yawning every time I make these. Nothing has changed. Anyway, I will post a couple of videos of what the judge had to say and then what she had to say as well. You can watch those and form your own opinion, see what you think, and let me know what you think. And do you think this was a fair judgment? Do you think that it should have been harsher? Do you think it should have been lighter? Let me know, and I will talk to you all soon. Love you. Bye.
On February 10, 2022, you began an elaborate scheme which involved you supposedly having pancreatic cancer and acute lymphoblastic leukemia. Through this scheme, you deceived your friends, your family, your community, other cancer victims, charities, and strangers who were motivated by your supposedly tragic story to donate to you to help support you through your disease. The issue came to light when in January 11, 2023, 3 medical professionals reported medical inconsistencies in your story to the Eldridge Police Department. Your home was searched. It was discovered that you had things to support your fake cancer claims, such as a wig, IV bags filled with cotton balls, feeding pumps, wound dressings, and other medical equipment. After your arrest, to your credit, you were interviewed and admitted to not having cancer, not having a tumor that wrapped around your spine, and admitted to taking staged photographs of yourself to spread your story, and admitted to using other actual cancer patients' stories as pictures of you. It is absolutely clear to the court that you engaged in a lengthy course of deceit, was motivated by greed, or perhaps social media fame. Is placed on probation with the 7th Judicial District Department of Corrections for a period of 3 years. The terms of the probation will include that the defendant pay the restitution is in full, that the defendant commit no other crimes, and that the defendant perform 100 hours of community service.
People have made speculation as to why I did this and how somebody who looked like they had everything together could have such a mess. I didn't do this for money or greed. I didn't do this for attention. I did this in an attempt to try and get my family back together. I come from an extremely broken and separated family ever since I was 2 years old. Over the years, it has gotten steadily worse, and a lot has happened internally to our family. A family is supposed to be one that's drawn together, not drift further and further apart. I was always told that, quote, I was the only one that could fix it, and I have tried for years. Nothing was working, and I kept pulling for everybody to be a normal, functioning, loving, supportive family. I thought if I said what I said, it would make everybody pull together.
I can accept the fact that your relationship with your mother and perhaps even your siblings was strained. I was not there. I do not know. However, I do not regard that as sufficient reason for, even if you did somehow think in a misguided effort to bring the family together, you were going to report that you had cancer. I can certainly appreciate and understand their thoughts that the time in jail is appropriate. However, you have no prior criminal records. You were and are very young. You have been cooperative with the prosecution, and you agreed that at least the victims that directly donated to your campaign will be made whole by the rest. You have also suffered a very real and substantial punishment of the local, national, and even international coverage of your crime. The court has determined that no further purpose would be served by rejecting the plea agreement and requiring the parties to take this case to trial. Groups. You made many appearances, public and on social media, to push your fraudulent scheme. At any step along that way, you could have stopped. You could have stopped. It did not stop.